This is okay. Go to Uzi's story. Let's go to Uzi's story. Lil Uzi Vert. Hold on. Okay. Let's look at Uzi's story. What the fuck he got going on? He says, move over. Okay, wait, give me 1 second. He says, move over, bitches. That's the motto I follow. Take that to the grave. I swallow 8 hollows. Pause. For the day I let a bitch stop me from getting paid. Uzi's almost been hinting like him and JT's on bad terms, which, by the way, you know, this is there's a conundrum with certain artists. With Uzi, with Uzi, with Adele, and with a Boogie. And I know you might be like, what the fuck, you threw Adele in there? Okay. There's certain artists, their best music is when they're heartbroken. Them being happy is garbage. Like they've only given us good music when there's heartbreak in the air, right? And Boogie's one of them. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like when Boogie is making victim music. Like, yo, a chick broke my heart, a bitch ain't shit. Like, I love that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Love is Rage 2. Probably Uzi's best project, right? But most of that was him dealing with the turbulent love life, right? Anything else after that where he's kind of making music that doesn't connect to his current love life is it's cool, he's talented, but it never hits the same. So some artists are like that. Anyway, it looks like Uzi might be, I don't know if he's going through some shit with JT, but let's keep reading. What the fuck is this? Yo, Uzi, I'm gonna be honest with you. Take note from Doja Cat. Doja Cat just did that devil shit. She fucking flopped. Okay? I know you've always been like kind of like borderline with it, but please make sure the music's good enough before you just start putting out random images. These images do nothing. Let's see what this says. And I tell your bitch, that's your bitch, not my concern, bitch. First we know. Okay. Somebody, oh, okay, is that Baby Keem? Okay, Baby Keem hits him and says, "Yo," he says, "new flows are crazy." He says, "Thanks, bro. I got some shit right now." By the way, he's been telling me the same thing. I wanna put me on ball, better up on me. I wanna put me some more. Matter of fact, I'ma be like, too much lean on me, that wacky got me walk up. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if she wanna fuck me right there, like damn. Yeah, I'm just trying to pop this little. I wanna put me on ball. He says the best revenge is letting people see they ain't stop shit. Okay. And then the next thing is him saying, "Love you." Okay, so him and JT are good. You know what's kind of interesting? And I hope Uzi hears this. And by the way, like, let me bottle this or like package this thought in a decent, great manner. Because like when I do get around Uzi, I think I'm gonna tell him the same thing. Um, Number one, I do know certain fans of Uzi are obsessed with the whole Britney wave, and they loved her and they loved the music that came out of that. Whether they were on good terms or bad terms, and it's almost like Britney is like a muse for Uzi. I feel like I haven't gotten those. I haven't gotten that vulnerability about his relate. I really don't know, and you could tell me. Maybe y'all probably are up on the newest leaks and shit way more than me. I don't feel like Uzi has that transparency in his music when it comes to JT that he had with Britney. Like, there's been a lot of shit that happened with JT. Like, bruh, a fight in like Saks Fifth or some shit where like, there's a lot of things that has happened that you would have imagined that, obviously Uzi's not the guy to come and either do an interview or just speak on it publicly, but you would imagine that the music would kind of encompass a lot of what those questions could be. And I do believe that he was way more open and way more transparent with his relationship with Britney. But I think his relationship with JT, we definitely know he loves her and she loves him. But it's kind of like a mystery into the dynamic and into the path of even like, where is this relationship going? Am I tripping? Somebody says, nah, Uzi's just maturing in time. Maybe. The Louisville, he says, or Jay Louisville, he says, is Shadow Clock pour up. Nigga, I'm done drinking for the rest of the stream. Fuck out of here. They're both weird. I'm glad. I don't know if this is probably the best time to have this conversation. Sometimes I feel relationships hold people back. Let me ask you a question. If I intuitively said, do you believe this relationship with Uzi has held back the city girls? Because ever since they've been, like, she's been with Uzi, JT definitely don't seem that focused on the city girls. Not saying that Young Miami seems focused at all, because she's focused with Diddy. So there is a little bit of an inconsistency and a drop off when it comes to there. But then when you look at even on the other side of things with Uzi, I wouldn't say a drop off, but it's like this relationship feels different. And by the way, I might be speaking like a fan who feels entitled. Because sometimes, and I've said that to y'all too, because sometimes I've been through some shit, like personally, and, it's like really whatever. There might be some moving parts. And I know y'all want me to get on stream and just completely talk about it and air it out, but it's like, I can't. And if I go through that, I have to realize that other people go through it. And I wonder if that's a lot of what's going on here. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I have zero idea about the dynamic with Uzi and JT. I mean, I've seen a couple Instagram lives, but other than that, I don't know. Bank Rule says, yo, he for sure fell back from being outside like he used to. T. Thomas says both women let the men in their lives interrupt their music careers. By the way, I do think that's a thing, if you ask me. With all due respect, and I'm not trying to disrespect any of these people I'm going to mention, but I think if Cardi B doesn't get in a relationship with Offset and doesn't marry him and then subsequently has 2 kids with him, I think she puts out 3 albums. A lot of these people, and I think this is where the disingenuity kind of begins, because the majority of these entertainers, once they've already checked off the box of I'm rich, they're looking for happiness too. They're looking for fulfillment. And a lot of them will take these sacrifice, or it'll be at the behest of their career moving forward, just to make sure that they could be happy. Because if you ask any Uzi fan, they're gonna be like, yo, bro, shit, what's best for the storyline? You fucking chasing Brittany Bird, trying to get back with her and making these love songs trying to get with her. They're still trying to figure out, how does you dating a city girl, how does that even make sense with the music you make? But same with JT. Her audience is like, we be talking about scamming dudes, finessing dudes, but that usually kind of go towards like these street niggas or whatever the case is. How does this fit with you? Mood Music says, yo, Ack, you should have continued playing the video. We want to hear the envy slander. Stop. Jeffrey Turner, thank you for the $28 Canadian. He says, hey, Ack, after 23 years, I found out I was adopted. What should I do now? My entire life's been a lie. I'm lost right now. I've never had thoughts ever. I never had thoughts ever before in life. I don't know what he's talking about. Jeffrey, if I don't know how old you are, maybe you're 23. If you find out you were adopted, I think you should pat yourself on the back. Let me tell you this. You know, in rearing a kid, especially a male, you know, my homie right now, he's, you know, he has a really good relationship with his baby mama, but you know, his kid is getting to the point of that close to 10, 11-ish, 12, where they need their father. They need that guidance to to really rear them and bring them into the real world. Now, if you're 23 and you just found out you were adopted or whatever the case is, whoever your parents supposedly were, maybe they didn't tell you to protect your own feelings. They probably did a good job, bro. Let's just be honest. Like, you're 23 at this point. You're probably a little bit more emotionally stable. You probably know who you are. You probably have a little bit of what you want to do. And maybe you would have thought that if your parents or your other parent was there to fucking shit would be different, but I think it's a blessing. Okay? Okay. Tisha, I don't know what you are talking about. Therapist Act. So good, man. Yo, we're about to be on 6 hours tonight.